League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A former star in nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art. The NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
But it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Tackle made by K1 Short.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
No, hey, South.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Let him go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
50, 80, blue 80, blue 80. 58, right there. 22. Watch QB drop. Hey, echo. 58 to Mike. 58. Under 10, under 10.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They begin with Michelle on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Down Michelle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Newton. To Michelle on the dump off. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
Here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Got it. White 25. 54, Mike. I got you, sir. I got you.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On the ground, this is Michel. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Newton now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Hey, orbit.
On first down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strip the ball. Strip 39. 58. Bravo. 58 to Mike.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check. 64, weak.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 7. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Michel. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get your swarm on. 51, down. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Now it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side complete. It's Black. They'll get 34 yards there.
We spend a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spend a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Switch.
And it's Michel once again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run with Michel. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
He don't want it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Gun. 45. Check my 45.
In your face.
Here we go with Michel. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
20.
From the 50, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ryan. Oh, to Did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Ryan now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Second and 6 at the Panthers' 9-yard line.
Got it. Get ready. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Chance, my chance, my chance. Hey, sprint plan, sprint plan, sprint plan.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Here's Bryant for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Panthers 0. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the ground, Michelle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's get some penalty.
And they will take a knee here.
Ready. You ready? Mike 54. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Get up.
And they take a knee.
Ryan on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Today's final score, Falcons 28, Panthers 0.